John Gill, chapter 3, verse 15. This is John Gill's exposition of the entire Bible, brought to you by Discovering the Scriptures, being read by Dr. Peter John. King James Version, quote, "All that are with me salute thee. Greet them that love us in the faith. Grace be with you all. Amen," unquote. John Gill, quote, "All that are with me salute thee. All the apostles, laborers, and ministers of the gospel that were with him, and all the members of the church where he was, sent their Christian salutation to Titus, he being a person greatly esteemed, and whose praise was in all the churches. Greet them that love us in the faith, not merely as men, as their countrymen, as related to them in the flesh, or on account of any external things, but as believers, because of the doctrine of faith professed and preached, and because of the grace of faith obtained and possessed, or who loved us faithfully, sincerely, and uprightly, from their hearts, and not in word and tongue only. Grace be with you all. Amen," which is the common concluding salutation in all Paul's epistles. This shows that this epistle was not designed for Titus only, but for the saints of Crete. It was written to Titus, the first bishop of the Church of the Cretans. But this subscription, as many others, is not to be depended upon. It is not very likely that Titus was bishop of this church at all, since his stay there was but short, nor intended elsewhere, seeing he was an evangelist, though this is asserted both by Exposition and Sopronius, who adds that he died and was buried here, and what follows that it was written, from Nicopolis to Macedonia, does not seem to be just, as may be concluded from Titus chapter 3, verse 12. Many learned men think it was written from Colossus, or some neighboring place, though when he wrote his epistle to the Colossians, it looks as if he had never been there before. The Syriac version adds, "sent by the hands of Zenas and Apollos," which is not unlikely, since he desires that they might be accommodated by Titus with what was necessary for the remaining part of their journey. Titus chapter 3, verse 13. End of Titus chapter 3, verse 15. End of Titus chapter 3. End of the book of Titus by John Gill, the exposition of the entire Bible, verse by verse, brought to you by Discovering the Scriptures, being read by Dr. Peter John.